Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olsen. That's the rookie Tyler Luke. He begins this one. And off we go here in Baltimore. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Nakua snags it over the middle. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
They'll run with Gibbs. Down the sideline, past the 40. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. A long one from Gibbs. And even 30 yards.
Watch the running back's patience here, Mike. He's slow, and then he hits it. That's the key here. If he goes too fast, their linemen aren't ready yet. Really well executed. Great run.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard that sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. 3rd down and 13.
They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And they'll get maybe a yard out of that. Not nearly enough. It'll be 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
On for the field goal now. It's Brandon Aubrey. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Rams are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On the zone read, it's Mitchell. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Huntley now. In trouble, and down he goes. That is Myles Garrett getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's third down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. To throw is Huntley. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16. Set to go now on 1st and 10. You have a tight end motioning left here. On the handoff, here comes Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. Give up the middle for Mitchell. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Roquan Smith there to bring him down.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. In motion goes Likely. Throwing, Huntley. Oh, he's got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, out is the rookie Tyler Loop for the Baltimore field goal. This a 48-yard attempt. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Ravens will tie the game at 3 apiece.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. Now return coming from the 7th. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Rams offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Caught by Nakua on the outright. Down the sideline. And he will score. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, LA. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams take a 10-3 lead.
Ravens 3.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This taken around the 11th. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Ravens offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll motion a tight end right. The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Simmons on the stop. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Huntley. Trying to set up the screen to Mitchell. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
To Keaton Mitchell. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Huntley.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Puka Nakua and this Rams offense come back onto the field. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play. That is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They bring Chase in motion. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Slot man in motion right. Once again, it's Gibbs. Got room at the 30. Big run here. He's tackled beyond the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21. Good for a Rams first down.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Rams.
He'll drop to throw. As completed is St. Brown. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
He'll look to throw. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And, man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he's across midfield, and more importantly, he's got the first down at the 49-yard line. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half.
First down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You know, this is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. To the left side. Caught by Chase. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. He'll try to run for it. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. Clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
First and 10.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This will be a 41-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Rams will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Huntley. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Hey, Scott, thank you. Rain only intensifying now as the teams have come back out. This figures to be a wet, wild second half to come. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They're in a 10-point hole. It's 13-3 as this drive starts with first down. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Short, complete to Likely. And he'll be out of bounds here. And it's only a gain of a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense. And they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
Here's Huntley. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Baltimore.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of one.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Open man is Tylan Wallace. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's third down coming up.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Rams offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
They bring Chase in motion. From the gun, here's Gibbs. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense, continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on third down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. Inside the 35. And he will go all the way. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Rams. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. His kick is good. And the Rams will extend this third quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Now, an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. So, here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. First and 10. Slosh his way forward On the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
39-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That's to the middle of the field and caught by Walker. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Ravens 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. We got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He'll step up and run this. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Rams' 32-yard line.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That is brought in at the 10. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
That's good.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
Now he'll run. And he's in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The extra point, up and good. And the Ravens are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Ravens 10.
So down 2 scores, they're going to roll the dice here with an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The Rams offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They hand it to Gibbs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. First down, L.A.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Rams.
A run here with Gibbs to the 5-yard line. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. It's going to be their second, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry, and anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
They bring Chase in motion. Now Gibbs. And that big offensive line. Clearing space. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Rams. That's his second touchdown tonight. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Rams will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Ravens offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One play. One first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Huntley now. To the right side here. Pass is caught. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Rams' 39-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Huntley. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
To throw is Huntley. Open right side. It is likely. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5. But it will keep the drive going.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield.
And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout, and the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Back to throw. Huntley. Pass caught left side by Likely.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he just gets rid of this one. To the sideline, it is incomplete. He did not want to throw the interception there. And now it is 4th down.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throws, clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here's Gibbs. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts should do it.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
So it's a win for the visiting Rams. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. From Baltimore, we...